this is Angie from Concord 9th. Today I'm here to walk you through our March 2019 new product release. This month we've designed some fun, whimsical, and playful products to help bring spring to your craft projects. These cute little birds, feathers, trendy polka dots, and detailed florals are sure to fling you right into spring. I will be sharing a few details about each product and showing you some projects today, but be sure to check out each individual product page for more inspiring projects and even how-tos on how to use these products. Here we have our new Big Thanks bundle. Although the name is Big Thanks, it's a small, affordable bundle that will make big statements on your cards. The die is all one piece and fits nicely both portrait and landscape on your cards. The stamp set has these thin line letters to accent the die, or they can be used on their own too. Let me show you how these work well together. Okay, like I mentioned, this is a single die, so when you die cut it out of your cardstock, all of your letters are connected like this. Okay, and then when you take the stamp set and stamp inside, then you've got this fun accent on your letters. Okay, I did also mention that it fits both portrait and landscape on your card. And then it's also fun that you can either just stamp out the letters on their own. So if you can then stamp them this direction instead of having them stacked. Or you can also clip apart the die. You can just do a little bit of fussy cutting, like in between, right here, in between the T and the A and the K, and just go ahead and fussy cut those, and then you can use your die this direction as well. Okay, so there are multiple ways to use that, and let me just show you some cute projects that have been created. So here we've done, this is the Thanks die. It is still all one piece, although we went in and watercolored each individual letter and then stamped the letters from the stamp set over the top. That's really cute. Here is another one that we've used with some more products we're releasing this month, which is our dotted fill-in background. And then you've got the Thanks die that pops right on the top. And that is dark cardstock, and then the letters are white embossed on top of that. Here is a cute one with our Birdie Talk dies. And you've got the stamp set that you've stamped inside the die, and then we've backed it up with our Happy Plaids stamp set. This Thanks we've just added on top of our Fine Line Floral stamp set, which looks really cute. Here we have stacked the letters differently. So this is just the stamp set, and Thanks, Love Your Face. Like, that is a fun card to get in the mail. Here's one that I mentioned that you can actually clip them apart and put them on your card that direction. And this one is really fun. We've actually made a shaker card. So you're gonna die cut the top layer, top panel of your card, and then stamp the letters underneath, and it makes that really cute shaker. Okay, do you have people in your life that deserve a big thanks from you? Use these products to share your handmade messages. Introducing Birdie Talk Turnabout Bundle. A little birdie told me, or all of us at Concord 9th, that you love turnabouts. This one, when stamped 4 times in 4 colors, provides a playful background of cute birds with tweaked messages, along with flowers, feathers, and more. It coordinates with this darling bird die too. Let me show you how these work together. First of all, your turnabout stamp set now will come with this alignment aid. So if you are unsure of this alignment aid or how to turn, we do have a video on YouTube called Learn to Turn. It's also in our shop under the Turnabouts page. There will be a video that says Learn to Turn, but your stamp set, the Birdie Talk Turnabout, will come with the alignment aid this time. Okay, when you do stamp it, it will look like this. So this is what it looks like stamped once in 1 color, 2 times in 2 colors, 3 times in 3 colors, and 4 times in all 4 colors. Okay, so you have a choice of what you'd like to do there. And here is a card front This is actual size of these cute birds and the cute little messages, flowers, feathers. It just turns out so cute and they're so playful. Really fun. Okay, let me talk to you a little bit about the die. Okay, you're maybe wondering why there are two pieces for the bird. So you've got an outline of the bird, and then you have a solid bird. There is this cute word bubble and this saying. It says we're two birds of a feather, that you can use separately, or it does fit inside the word bubble like that. You've got this cute branch. And then you have these tiny little pieces that you might be like, what in the world are those? Well, I'm here to show you. Let's start out first by showing you in the stamp set, there are also some sentiments, and these all fit inside the word bubble die. Okay, so you've got happy birthday, you're so tweet, a little birdie told me, and we've also sized it so that you can stack it. So you can say a little birdie told me it's your birthday. So those will stack inside the word bubble, or you can use them on their own. Like I mentioned, you can also die cut this piece from the word bubble. So you've got that cute peek through there. And if you've got a lot of time on your hands and you want to use those fallout letters, you can actually use those on their own as well. You would just use this as a puzzle and like piece those back in and glue them down, but it also does work to use them as piecing parts. Here's the cute little branch when it's die cut that the bird can sit on. Now I'm going to show you why there are two pieces for the bird, okay? The first thing you're going to want to do is cut out the bird that has the little legs, the hollow bird, like in a white piece of cardstock. That's going to be your base that you're going to glue everything onto. Okay, then I'm going to cut out this bird, the solid one that has no legs, and it is just going to give us like this silhouette that you glue over the top, and you'll just kind of line that up and glue it down. That's going to leave a big white open space for his eye and little highlights for his feathers and legs. And then these two pieces here that you were wondering about, the one with like the little, looks like a square, is actually, that is the bird's beak. So, so these three pieces will cut out all in the same color. Okay, so you're gonna end up with this little beak and the two little feet. These are tiny little pieces. So I'm just gonna, they kind of go down here, you'll glue those on. And then this little piece are like the little tips of his feather and the eye. Okay, so you will take these little, this is hard to do when it's not glued down, but that's like the little end to the feather. There's a little highlight feather on this piece, or his wing, I guess. Okay, and then you have the eye. Okay, so when it's all glued together and looking nice, he looks like this. So that's why you want to start out with your white base. So that he's got a white open area for his eye, and then he still has little white highlights everywhere. So isn't he adorable? And then you can just like set him on the branch, or and he is sized obviously quite a lot larger than the images in the stamp set on purpose, so he really stands out on the cards. So let me show you some projects that we've made so you get an idea of how it all works together. So here is the turnabout done in 4 colors, and then you've got the cute bird that's been pieced, you know, die cut and pieced together, and then just a little sentiment. You're so tweet. Here is an example where we didn't do any stamping actually, it's all die cut. And we just did like some ink blending there for the background, which is also really cute. Here's a cute little birthday card. So aren't they fun? You just switch up your colors and you can see how different they can all look. But we just did the birdie talk turnabout background and then accented it with the word bubble. Cute little flower there. Here is one where the turnabout is just tone on tone, giving it a light, subtle background, and then the word bubbles really pop. And then here is one where we've done the turnabout background, you've got the cute bird, and then we took that word bubble, die cut the sentiment, and then pieced all the letters back in a different color. Okay, are you ready to start turning with this cute bundle? How many color combos are already flying around in your head to use with these products? Be sure to show us by tagging us at Concord and 9th. Introducing our dotted bundle. We love polka dots as much as we love shiplap and stripes, so we just had to create a fun polka dot background, but we didn't stop there. We've added a lot of fun ways to make each of your polka dot cards different simply by adding cute little details like candy, citrus, ice cream cones, flowers, and patterns to fill in your dots. We've also created this coordinating die with dots and hearts. Let me show you some tips and tricks on how they do work together. Okay, first of all, let me show you, this is what it looks like if you just stamped the polka dot background. So the color actually comes from the solid and the polka dots are on a white piece of cardstock. Okay, so you're getting all of your color, so you can switch up, you can have lots of different colors of your background. So that's just the polka dot background. This piece is if you stamp the polka dot background and then you take this row of solid dots and they fit right across, and you're just going to stamp a lighter color of ink in the polka dots. Okay. This one is stamped in yellow ink, and then we've taken this row of outline polka dots and stamped just an outline up the dots. So you can see that you can get very different looks just by adding those two little pieces right here. Now, what I'm going to show you is some of these images work inside the polka dot, and some of the images work on the outside of the polka dot. Okay, so let's start with the inside of the polka dot first. And that's what I mean is you're actually stamping the white polka dot. Okay, so you've got these little stripes and polka dots that you can stamp. Here is one where we've stamped inside, and they're the little citrus slice. You've got these stars that you can stamp inside. You can stamp this little heart inside. Here is a little polka dot outline. And then you've got a solid, so these are also individual. You've got the solid rows, you can do them all at one time, but if you just want them to be random, there's an individual outline, just like there's an individual polka dot circle. And then, like I said, you've got this little stripe that you can stamp inside the polka dot, and then these little polka dots in polka dots. Okay, so those are to stamp inside and fill in your actual polka dot. Now here's the images where you actually stamp on the outside of the polka dot. So we recommend choosing a light color of ink as your background so that your images really pop on the outside of your, I'm trying to angle this so you can see it. There you go. So your images are on the outside of the polka dot. So there you've got the flower and the cute little leaf. Here, you're going to take the solid polka dot and stamp it, and then this little piece right here is the top of an ornament. Okay, so this, you're going to use the solid polka dot again, and you've got right here a little ice cream cone. Then you've got this piece of wrapped candy. Then you're going to use your solid polka dot again with these little leaves, and it looks like a little orange. You've got this right here, which is a cute lollipop. And then you did see the flower before. So those all stamp on the outside of the polka dot, these stamp on the inside. So see, there's lots of choices. Now I'm going to kind of show you how these dies work. Okay. So you're going to have your solid polka dot. We'll just go back to using this as an example here. And then you've got your dots, and you also have this row of hearts. Okay, so all you need to do is you can flip this over, and they are they're random so that you can get random die cuts through your polka dots here. So what you're gonna do is see how this is like a half circle poking out. If you line this up right here at the bottom of your card, and you can kind of see there's a dot right here that you're gonna get half of that. And then these all are gonna line up at random with polka dots going up. So this die does not work this direction. It does just work this direction on your card. Okay, so you'll line that up and you can cut those polka dots. And then actually, if you just shift it over a few, you can go ahead and line that up again and die cut some more. So you'll just have some random polka dots. Here's what it looks like if, and I'm putting a black piece of cardstock behind it so you can see the die cut polka dots. So that's die cutting it once. And then this one is shifting it over and die cutting it again so that you have just some random peek through polka dots on your background. So that's the dots, and then you can do the hearts the same way. Now the hearts just line up this direction. They don't go that way or your hearts will be sideways. Okay, so again, I'm just using the black piece of cardstock to put behind there. Now this die, you'll just, don't line it up on these polka dots that are not full polka dots on the outside. You'll just line them up on the polka dots that are full. Okay, and you just lay that down and then you get these cute rows of hearts. Now the other thing that you can do with either one of these dies is you could actually just die cut it from cardstock. Like it's a cute die just to die cut without the polka dot background. You can also use these cute hearts as just little fallout elements. Okay, so if you don't want your hearts to go up and down in a row, you can just die cut them from another color and just place them at random on your card like this, which is really cute. Or you can use the fallouts of the polka dots and the hearts, and it makes really fun, bigger, chunkier confetti in your shaker cards. Okay, so I just wanted to show you how those dies work together along with the polka dot stamp. And let me show you some completed samples with this. First, I want to show you all these little mini cards. They're a little bit smaller than a 3x3, but it's going to show you how fun these can be, just to, like a little gift tag or just a cute little note to give someone. So here you've got them stamped with cute little polka dot and stripe background. This one we've stamped the polka dot and then taken the row of solid and stamped them in a darker color. This one we've stamped the polka dot and taken the row of just the outline and outlined the polka dots. Here's one that has that cute little orange on it. Here's one that has the citrus slice. Now notice that we've made limes and oranges and lemons on that. So you can just, whichever color of ink you want to use, you can have a different slice of citrus. Here's a cute little card that has that cute flower. And the same little leaf that's on the flower is the same little leaf that's on the orange. Okay, here's one with the cute wrapped candy and the lollipop. Here's a really cute one with the ice cream cone. There we go. And then here's one with the cute ornaments. And we've also taken the star. So we've done the solid ornament, or you can use the outline piece with the star in the middle and make a different ornament. So those are fun, cute little mini cards that you can make. Here is the fun background where we've stamped the polka dot background. And then on a few rows, we've used this solid line of polka dots and not just done like every other, just at random, so you still have some white polka dots, and then use that heart die to die cut just down one row. And there's cute, our silver glimmer paper is underneath there, if you can see that shine. Okay, here's one where we've stamped down the polka dots and then we've taken the solid row of polka dots and actually gold embossed those. Ooh, isn't that pretty? So fun. Here is a cute one with the cute oranges. And it also, there's sentiments in here that build on the word happy or just. So this one says just because. There's also like happy holidays, just for you, happy birthdays. So you can mix and match your sentiments too. Here's one where we've actually used the dots die on the polka dot and we've made it into a shaker card. Can you see the cute little beads inside there? So you can, there's a reason that you'd want to have polka dots showing through, or little holes. And then here's another one where we've actually done 4 rows of hearts and put different colors of cardstock behind it. So again, you can just use that heart die on its own too. These are so fun. Okay, are you ready to polka dot all the things? We are ready to see what fun projects you create with this dotted bundle. Tag us at Concord 9th. Here is our new feathered bundle. Feathers have different meanings to different people. Some think they are fun and trendy, some say they are messages from angels. We wanted to create a set that was versatile enough to be cute, yet share nice messages too. With this set, you can watercolor the detailed image or quickly add color by inking up the solid feather. You can also layer with flowers, chevron, and even polka dots. The coordinating die is the perfect pairing too. The open feather die cuts all 4 feather images. There's an additional feather with stitched details, which works great with the stitched happiness die too. Let me show you how these work. Okay, first I'm going to start with the stamp. Okay, so you've got this detailed feather, which is beautiful on its own, and you can watercolor that. If you want to, you can quickly take the solid image that's in the stamp set, okay, and just stamp that down. Or if you do the 2 together, that's what it looks like. So you can quickly, if you're not into watercolor and you don't have time, you can quickly just add that stamp behind it. Okay, here is this cute floral one. So this is what it looks like just stamped down. And then if you add all of these little floral images to it, so you've got this cute little flower, you have this cute little leaf sprig, more of like a tulip or blossom, and then these little polka dots. So if you take and add all these little images in different colors into this, then that's what your feather can look like. So it still looks cute like this, or even if you just did like the flower and left all these elements, other elements white, that would be fun too. But this plus all of these equals this feather. I'll slide that over. And now this one is actually broken up into a few different pieces because we wanted you to be able to get a multicolored look. So you'll stamp just like the body of it, and then there's the end. And then we did a separate top. And then we did an extra little piece right here, just a little chevron pattern that you can stamp through the middle right there. And then if you combine all of those together, you'll get a feather that looks like that. Okay, so we did that on purpose. We separated all those pieces so that you could get a multicolored look as well. Okay, so that goes kind of over the stamp. There's also little polka dots, like you could stamp these polka dots on top of the solid. And there's really nice sentiments in here. They're like, better together, thank you, happiness is having you for a friend. Okay, so that takes care of the stamping. Now let me show you how the dies work. I did mention that there's an open feather die. Okay, so that piece actually does die cut around all 4 of these feathers. So you've got your outline, you've got the solid feather, you've got the 2 combined. Here's the one that was in the multicolor, and then here's your floral one. Okay, now there's also the little flower and leaf dies in here. Okay, so you've got this little flower and this little leaf so that you can end up with these extra little pieces. There we go. So you could actually even take and like bend this up a little bit and pop it on the top right there and do a cute little leaf off to the side. So it allows you to add some dimension to your feathers. Okay, now we also have this. You might be wondering what this piece is. That is the top to the feather. So you can die cut just a solid piece like this and then add the top to it so it looks like it's a little dipped feather. Okay, so it's just this solid piece with the top separate. And then we've also included just a cute little heart in the die, so you can just die cut the heart right there, or also just use this on its own, or add it to the feather like that. Okay, also what I wanted to show you is this detailed feather. It's actually got a little stitch detail in it, so that is a nice addition, and it ends up looking like this. So you've got that nice stitch detail going. And then one last die. This actually just leaves a stitched impression in your cards, and it says happiness, and it's a cute stitch. It does work just on your card base, or it does fit inside that solid feather as well. Okay, so that is really cute. Let me show you some projects that we've made with these fun feathers. Okay, so here are the different feathers all together, and we've used that little chevron piece right there to create our own little background. So not only can you stamp it inside there, but you can create a background with it. This one, we've just used the detailed feather and stamped that all down in black, and then we used this solid image with some distress inks, and then spritzed it and then stamped it over the top so it kind of bleeds and just really gives that really pretty blended ink color behind it. And I have the card upside down. There you go. Happiness is having you for a friend. Still looks cute. Okay, here are the feathers all used together. So you've got stitched ones and then the solid one. That one's got the happiness stitched word in it, and then if you can see underneath there, we've stamped the polka dots on that other feather. It's a cute little bundle. Here we've done the happiness die all just on the background of the card, and then the tip of the feather is gold, so you've actually got a separate stamp, so you can gold emboss that. And we've added the cute little heart. Now this one, we've done some layering, okay? We have not only used like the solid feather die cut, but we took the stitched die cut and layered it over the top. And then where the stitches are, we actually snipped that with scissors so that it could give the feathers some lift and some life there. And then just added those tips there with our gold glimmer paper. So that one is so fun. So there is a lot that you can do with this set. How do you feel about these feathers? Are they making you as happy as they make me? Are you ready to watercolor or emboss? We cannot wait to see what you create. Here is our new Fine Line Floral Bundle. We love watercoloring sets, but we love to make quick cards too. This stamp set has the option of both. You can color this in this big, beautiful floral spray with your favorite medium, or you can quickly stamp it and add color quickly with the large detailed flowers. Not all of the flowers in the spray have a detailed image to overlay. This was intentional. Filling in only a few flowers gives it a modern twist. And then adding in fine line die cut flowers from the coordinating die set steps it up a notch too. Ready for some tips and tricks on how these work together? Let me show you. Let's get started. First, I'm going to show you about stamping. Okay, here is the floral spray stamped down. Now again, you can just quickly go in and watercolor that, or if you add in these flowers, so there's what the large one looks like. If you can see, it actually has some really fine detailed even in the stamp image. It's really pretty. So you've got that flower, this flower, and this more kind of a daisy petal looking flower. If you add all of those to this spray, just stamp them over the top. So you've got this flower, this one, and this one. Then you get this look. What's cool about this is you can actually stamp it in different spots on your card. So if like you just stamped this spray up in the corner, it leaves a big open sentiment area, or you can stamp it a few times to really fill in your card. I wanted to show you too, in the stamp set, there's these little pieces right here which are centers. So if you were to stamp this center, it looks nice on that big flower. And then there's this little tiny center that looks cute stamped inside there. So you've got some options to fill in the middles of the flowers as well. Okay, so that's kind of how the stamping works. Let me show you some tips about the dies. Okay, so again, you can take that same stamped arrangement. Sorry, let me go back and get this one. Okay, so you've got this stamped down. Now what you can do is take these big dies. So there are 3 flowers, and then you've got the little leaves dies, and then you also have this right here, which is the little center to the flower. Okay, so here's what your dies look like. I just love that they've got such a fine detail to them. There's that one, and then you've got your leaves, and then your centerpiece there. Okay, so those kind of what all the pieces look like. They're die cut, they're see-through, they're just really fine detail. They're so pretty. So when you add those to like your stamped floral spray, you'll stamp that down. If you just add those in and put them right over the top, it just gives it a little extra detail on there and gives it some dimension. Isn't that pretty? Okay, so that's what the die looks like. Now I'm going to show you a little trick, because these dies do have the peek through and they're see-through. And if you try to tuck like a leaf behind it, you can see the leaf. So I'm actually going to show you a little masking trick so that you won't see that die cut underneath. Okay, let me move this off to the side here. First thing you're going to want to do is you're just going to die cut your 2 leaves, okay, and put them, actually adhere them to a piece of paper. This is going to be a scratch piece of paper. You're not going to end up using this white piece of paper. Okay, you're going to lay those down kind of where you want, because you're going to want to put like this flower die. See how you can see the leaves underneath? So what you can do is just kind of arrange this where you think you might want the leaves to pop out from behind the flower. And then you'll take your die. Okay, so this doesn't exist. You're just gonna lay your leaves down, and then you're gonna take your big floral die and actually lay it down where you want it and run this through your die cutting machine. Okay, when you run that through, it's actually gonna clip parts of the leaf off so that you can then take your detailed flower and lay it over the top so it looks like this. See how it's cut off those leaves right exactly in the spot where you want them. So that is a really fun way to mask with this die and not see how it's kind of chopped it up, but it lays right over the top. And so you just have these detailed pieces and none of them are showing underneath. So fun way to do masking with that. Let me show you some projects that we've created with this beautiful product bundle. Okay, here's one. I mentioned you can just kind of stamp it up in the corner so that you have plenty of space for your sentiment. This one we've just watercolored, and we've actually done a detailed die over the top in vellum. So it's just a really soft touch right over the top, but it gives it some fun dimension. Here we've taken and stamped the floral spray a couple of times, filled in the random flowers, and even added in a few of the die cut pieces, just at random. But I love the black and white with pops of color. It's one of my favorites. Here we've stamped it and just colored it. We did not use the solid or detailed pieces with it. We've just colored that, which looks really pretty. Here we've actually stamped the spray, and yes, we did fussy cut around the outside and filled those in and then added it with our dotted background. Again, black and white with pops of color. I love it so much. This one is just white embossed. The floral spray is white embossed on black cardstock, and it's so pretty, so delicate. And then you just add your sentiment there. Now this one, we've stamped the background a couple of times. Just stamp it in one corner, flip it, and stamp it in the other. Now this one, we did use the press and seal technique. So this will take a little bit more time, but don't you love the end result? So we've actually die cut the flower 3 different times in 3 different pieces of cardstock, 3 different colors. So you have the outline of the flower in one color and the outline of the leaves. And then we've gone through and pieced different colors of cardstock back in to give it all of that fun, just looks like layers, and we did the same with the leaves there. So this one takes a little bit more time, but with the press and seal technique, and if you're not sure what that is, go into YouTube and put press and seal technique card making and you'll find it. Anyway, so fun. Here is one, like I mentioned, where we've done the masking. Okay, you've got the big flower and all of your leaves, and even these other flowers are chopped off just in the right spot so you don't see anything peeking underneath. I just love that you can mask with your dies. Isn't that cute? Okay. Not only do these make beautiful cards, but these would make beautiful arrangements like that you could frame. Like you could frame this and watercolor it and hang it in your home. We do hope that you have fun with these fine line florals. Okay, here it is, our full 2019 new product release. We hope you are as excited as we are to start creating with these products. Be sure to check out each individual product page for inspiring projects and how-tos. Follow us on Instagram, Facebook, Pinterest, and YouTube. Tag us when you make projects too. Use hashtag Concord 9th. Happy crafting!